So the Super League is still on, but Manchester United say no. The Premier League say no. Many other teams, apart from the big two, Barcelona and Real Madrid, are not really bothered about this news today. Well, we'll get into all of that, and I'll tell you why Manchester United will not be competing in a Super League. There's a lot of people that still don't understand what's going on. We'll get into the detail of that and break it all down. We've got updates on Mason Greenwood as well coming up, with interest from them so-called big clubs I just mentioned then. Can United bring them back? Some people think that it is too much for Mason Greenwood to go back. Why is it so different for Mason Greenwood to everyone else? Updates on looks ahead, injury updates ahead of the game this weekend against West Ham. It is a packed Premier League fixture list this weekend. Manchester United need to take advantage and need to keep that momentum going from the Liverpool game. But most of all, it's all about you guys. Welcome to Forever United TV, FUTV. Welcome along, get your drinks in, let me know what you think, everybody. Get involved in the chat, most importantly. And obviously, make sure you hit that like button. Tickle it, smack it, smash it. Don't do your keyboard in, or your screen on your tablet, or your phone. But make sure you do like the video, everyone. Thank you very much. Welcome along. Great to have you all with us. And yeah, here we go. Here we go again. Flashbacks to 2021. I've been covering this pretty much all day. We touched on it a little bit earlier on the stream this morning regarding the Super League. But as you tend to do, when news breaks like this, you do a bit of watching, you do a bit of listening and reading and finding out the ins and outs of what's going on. I will give credit to Kaz. She's been moaning that I've not given her any credit, just to remind me last night that that verdict was coming in on the Super League from the European Court of Justice today. So thank you, Kaz. Yes, there you go. There's your big up. That's your moments. Enjoy it. And everyone in the chat can say well done to you as well. Don't say I don't give you anything. I'm joking. Anyway, yes, that did come this morning, and that was ruled that FIFA and UEFA have been greedy as such. They've held over control of world football for so long with the iron fist, basically, and just controlling it. They had that monopoly over everything that goes on. They've even admitted that UEFA have changed their rules in 2022 and their laws just to counteract this. So they have moved around little bits to try and make it fairer as such, but still, no one really has faith in FIFA. No one really has faith in UEFA after what's been going on. But as far as the Super League concerned, they are completely against it still. And their stance, FIFA and UEFA today, both coming out, both presidents, Chevron and Infantino, have been talking today, as well as the presidents, Juan Laporta of Barcelona, Florentino Perez of Real Madrid, also been having their say. But the main thing that's come out of today and this news about the Super League and their proposal, the Super League, has also come out. I don't know if you've listened to that. Football is free. That is their headline. That's their PR on all of this. It will be free to wear when you watch the Super League. That is their whole push. And yes, where fans actually do go in on this and say, look, we're not happy with the prices that we're paying, we're not happy with the way football's being run, the fans are being stung left, right and centre, we still want our own league. We still want our original football. We don't want anything else. And I am on board with that. That's what I want. I know we get stung at football. The broadcasters, everything, it's like you have to take out a separate deal for every little bit of football that you want to watch these days. It's so annoying, but we all just want to watch it, so they just take us to the cleaners. It's not fair and it's not nice, but that's the way it is, and that's what we're used to. What it does mean is, though, that we have football in our country, in our own league, with our own rules, with no breakaway, nowhere in sight. Now, everybody is, I'm going to bring your comments in on this quite quickly, guys, because it is massive, massive news. But where everyone's looking at this is, it's like, oh well, it's just, we're just getting taken for a ride again. The Glazers will want to go back in and join back up forces with Barcelona and Real Madrid to form a Super League as such. So where are we actually at today? Where we're actually at today, after you listen to everything that's gone on, and what people need to understand more than anything from our side of things, is things have been put in motion before this verdict was actually due. So this verdict from the European Court of Law has always been scheduled for today. That's not changed. But UEFA have recently changed all their rules in 2022, last year. And what has also happened is Farm has gone into Parliament and obviously the UK government, and it doesn't matter if it's a Labour government, a Conservative government, that if and when, and it will happen next year, 100% will happen, there will be a independent regulator in place for the English Premier League and English football, and you will not be able to, by law, go off and join a Super League. The licence goes through them. You go to the government for a licence to be in this league, and in signing that agreement in there will be a legal binding commitment to the English Premier League and the EPL. You will not be allowed by law to then branch away or go away and join forces with anyone in a breakaway league, a la Super League or anything like that. That's England. That's here right now, and that is coming in. So unless United actually moved now, before this was put in place, because it is happening in the new year in 2024, the independent regulator that is, they would have to move now and join the Super League. But today, as we know, and if you guys have been watching the news, you will hear that Manchester United were the first English team to come out and actually announce that they are fully behind the European the UEFA and the way that European football is run right now. The structure of the Champions League, the Europa League and Conference Leagues all together under UEFA's umbrella is the way that Manchester United want to go forward. That's what they fully support, and that's what they're fully behind. So yes, so United right now would have to move very quickly to get into the Super League before new legislation comes through. They're not doing. They've announced that they're behind UEFA and the format that it is now. So therefore, Manchester United have got absolutely no chance of breaking away and being part of any Super League unless they wanted to completely separate themselves from their home nation and leagues involved here, Premier League, EFL. That is it. What does that change for the other European teams? Well, listening today, I think it was Harry on Sky was talking about how the European leagues like Italy, Spain, Germany, France, Holland, how many you want to throw in there, they all see a Super League has already been formed, and that Super League is the Premier League. They cannot generate the money that the Premier League does. We are our own Super League right now, and no one else can get in, obviously. So they looking at it, and you may see a Super League, but what you will see is a Super League without Premier League teams in it. And there lies the other issue in all of this, and my problem with it is that it may affect the Champions League and everything that the Champions League brings, because if the two big guns, Barcelona and Real Madrid, both carry on with their target of forming the Super League, then that will be them out of Europe completely. No more Champions League for two of the most successful clubs in the competition. The most successful club, the pin-up boys, Real Madrid. This will absolutely destroy UEFA, and I don't know how they will get around it. The fact that they are still wanting to form the Super League and still playing in the Champions League now tells you how important they are to UEFA and how they don't want to lose one of their big guns. And this is UEFA's problem. So right now, yeah, there is problems with the Super League. It's not going to go away. It is going to be a major problem in European football, and it is going to cause problems for our English clubs. But what you have to take away from it is we are not going to lose the Premier League. Premier League teams will not be forming a Super League with any other European club. It will be breaking the new law and legislation that is coming in next year. That is pretty much everything rounded up for you guys in just under 9 minutes. Check that out. Hopefully you're all clear on that. But yeah, let's get into some of your comments on this one. There's just so many people actually just talking about completely other topics right now. I mean, girls, seriously, less of the chat. Let's get down to the serious football talk. We need some serious comments in here, people. Come on. This is the Super League, for Christ's sake. We thought we were going to lose our division. We thought we were going to lose our Premier League. And you're talking about bleeding kitchens. Colin, thanks, mate. No Super League. Shite League sounds good to me. Yep, that'll do us, mate. Christmas drama has already started, so cup of tea and a live stream. Christmas drama. I mean, everyone's got their own lives right now. This is the beauty of doing streams at this time of year. Everyone's away doing all sorts. The weather is horrendous. It always seems to be around this time of year. Everybody is stressed up to the eyeballs, aren't they? My God, I mean, we are having a kitchen putting at the moment, and it is just absolute bedlam. It really is. And now you've got me going away off on a tandem now. No, back to the Super League. Let's just see where you guys at. The crazy Irishman. The Super League will never happen as fans like myself don't want it. The crazy Irishman has spoken and there is no Super League. No, I'm with you, mate. I am. I mean, if there's plenty of people like you and me who don't want this Super League, and there are thousands of us, then ultimately it won't happen. But the big thing is we need powerhouses behind us. British government, I'll take that. And if they say it can't happen, then I'll take that as gospel. It ain't happening. We are not going to be able to break away even if there was a Super League. So we're safe. I don't know what is going to happen with Europe though. That is a different entity altogether, and I think we do need to keep our eyes on that, because if it affects Europe, then it discredits it a little bit, because what are we actually fighting for in the Premier League then? The top 4 fight becomes all of a sudden a little bit, it doesn't have the same sort of grab. It's not as lucrative, because you're not going into a competition that's housing some of the best teams in Europe then. If Barcelona and Real Madrid, I know we don't like them, we despise how their clubs have run and how La Liga is and how corrupt it is, because it is. But without them in the Champions League, it loses some of its razzmatazz, doesn't it? It loses some of the appeal. And then we're playing and fighting to get into a competition which doesn't have the big guns in it anymore. It doesn't have that big massive game, like that opportunity for you to be at the Nou Camp or the Bernabeu. It's not there anymore. And that for me is the issue in all of this that I don't like, because they will go for it. And they're both, the president, Juan Laporta for Barcelona and Florentino Perez for Real Madrid, have both been talking today saying that this is a momentous day for football. The grip that FIFA and UEFA have had on world football for so long is now not there. They cannot stop anyone doing anything that they want in forming other leagues or anything like that at all. It's open now for everyone to be involved in. Well, it is a problem, and they're not going away. They're greedy and they want everything. They think they are powerful enough to take down the world's football and governing bodies, and they're going to keep going for it. They think they're big enough. They will appeal the Premier League control, just like Real and Barca did with UEFA. Premier League will lose as it restricts free competition. I know we are not in the EU, but we still play in European competitions. I don't know where you're going with that one, Paul, in terms of this Super League. Like I said, we're looking after ourselves in this. We will not be able to, as a Premier League team, go off and join any other breakaway league by law. That's just the way it is. The independent regulator that's coming into English football is something that everyone wanted. It stops the corrupt ownerships. It stops teams running into administration. It makes things a lot clearer and actually has a clear vision as to what has to be the benchmark in English football, British football. That's what it is. So, no, there is no appeal process for UEFA or FIFA on this either. It's done. It's the highest court that there can be in Europe, and there is no appeal process. So EU court rulings don't apply to UK and the Premier League because of Brexit. Understand all of that, but our own laws do apply to us, and that's what I just talked about and why we won't be going into it. How's FIFA? Not the same. Are you talking to me, Mr Bean? Great name, by the way. Colin says, the Prem are not interested. That should encourage UEFA to stand their ground. The Premier League don't need to be interested because they're already full of money. Start Garnacho or Rashford? Complete change of subject. I would always pick Garnacho though. Thank you for the question. Any questions you want to ask me, by the way, guys, do get them in. I'm all for any questions. Like I said, I want to bring you guys into the chats. We're getting closer to the weekend, and we are getting closer to thinking about football again. Me and Craig have just been on top of the league, giving our predictions for everything this weekend. So yeah, it's a big one this weekend. It really is. With Arsenal playing Liverpool and United actually win against West Ham, we can actually be back in the mix again for the top four. It's crazy how we keep giving these second chances, but like we've said, it's the time now for us to fully concentrate on the Premier League. Big 3 games coming up, and if we can take some off Villa on Boxing Day as well, even bigger. I want to get your thoughts on them 3 games and see how many points you think we're actually getting from them. But keep your questions coming in regarding the Super League as well, guys. And don't forget, we're not far away from 100 likes. We actually could beat our record today. So we need to get to 100 likes before 20 minutes of the video. So we're already quite a way there. So if everyone in the chat right now just likes the video, then we're on the move. We're getting there. So get liking the video, please, everybody. And don't forget to subscribe if you're tuning in for the first time. I know it's crap when there's no football. I know it's hard, but this community and our chat involved in every single video will keep you going. I promise you, it will. Who plays Saturday? What changes does Eric Ten Hag make? Can I get a refund for my Highland shirts? Ross, give him a chance. Give him a chance. He's going to come back. He'll make it happen for us. He will. I mean, he's got all the potential in the world, Rasmus Højlund. We just need him to start hitting that mark. We really do. Yes, loving the way that them likes have just shut up, everybody. Come on now, we're going to break it. We're breaking all records tonight. It is 1 away from hitting the 100 likes, and we're not even 17 minutes in. Brilliant stuff, guys. I think it's going to happen in the next 10 seconds. There it is. 10 seconds. Done. 100 likes already. Brilliant stuff, guys. 150 is the next target. I will not stop until we are at 150. Blessings, Adam. Hello there, Gasha. Hope you're doing well. My daughter loves Anthony and brought her shin pads with his picture on them. That's my reasoning not to sell him. It's not good enough, Kaz. It's not good enough. This crowd won't accept that. They want results on the pitch. Anthony's a major concern. We were talking in this morning's video regarding Anthony and being a make-weight replacement. You could bring Anthony into this so-called new hard look Manchester United with the player contracts and everything like that. He is a player that isn't working, and if they were going to start being harsher and setting out this new standard, then Anthony would be in that category, wouldn't he? 2 years. I like to give every player 2 years, and then I start really judging players after that. And the 3rd year is when I start looking at a player and going, right, okay, you've had 2 years to settle in. You've had the second season syndrome or non-second season syndrome, fully involved in the way that everything works, culture, all of that stuff, settled in, home, schools, the lot. Then you start judging players. And yeah, Anthony has a lot to do in the second half of this season to convince me that 3rd year he's not going to come under severe criticism. I'm bringing it now because he isn't bringing enough. Although he does work his ass off, his output is shocking. It's not good. If he needs to get so much better. He really does. Greetings from South Africa, says Clint. Hello there. Hope you're well, Adam, says Viva. I am very good. Thank you both of you. Hope you're well, and welcome to the chat. Stephanie says, I want to see Anthony played on the left, use his left foot more and supply Rasmus better, in my opinion, on that side. I agree. I'd love to see it. It won't happen because of Ten Hag's love affair with inverted wingers. He doesn't like playing players with the same foot on that same wing. The only reason Rashford's there is because he cannot ignore Garnacho's form, and he has to play Rashford. It'll be interesting to see if Rashford does start the game against West Ham, though. Garnacho had probably his worst game for a while against Liverpool, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. 1 more season for Anthony. We will never sell him for more than 30 million. No, that wasn't our fault. He was bought for too much, and yeah, that's a problem that the club are going to have to deal with. This, according to what was said yesterday, is the way United are going forward now. If they make a mistake in the transfer market, they will hold their hands up. It's not working, and they will terminate contracts if necessary to move the player on, just to build that better footballing culture. That's what it's all about with United now, apparently. Well, I'll believe it when I see it. I don't believe that anyone like a Sancho or an Anthony that were bought for Brewsters is going to have a contract terminated halfway through, and United will lose, what, 30-40 million on each player? We cannot afford to do that. Do you think Rashford will get his feet back? I don't know, Anika. If that, honestly, I don't. I feel like Rashford needs to do so much more effort-wise to convince the United fan base. Never mind his feet. He needs to learn how to use them feet to track back and put effort in and actually get up and down the pitch instead of mopesing around. We know what he's got. He showed us last season how composed and how he can carry a team goal-wise, because he literally scored about 40% of our goals last season in all competitions. So Marcus Rashford does have something in him, but this fan base right now is not on board with him. I can tell you that 100%. Online, people who watch at home, and especially people at the grounds, totally fed up with Marcus Rashford. Make sure you share as well as liking the video, guys, please. That is important. That does help the channel. We are growing. We're getting closer to that 33,000 mark. Just a few hundred away from it now. So it would be nice to get it before Christmas as well, guys. So we can big it up. Let's get to 33k subscribers before Christmas. That would be fantastic. Definitely. But yeah, keep them questions coming in. I'm going to get through a few of them now, actually. Let me just see. SRC says Anthony would be much better on the left wing. He's got a good cross on him, a natural cross. He should be working on his right foot too. Every single professional footballer should be able to use both feet. I don't care. I know Giggsy didn't do it that much, but he still used it the odd occasion. I just don't understand people who don't use both feet. I really don't. I just don't think that should be allowed in professional football. Call me harsh or overly critical, but I think that should be a rule. I do. Come on, guys. We can't get another 100. We can get another 100 likes. Get tickling. Sorry. Tickling. Brothers and sisters. Thanks for that, Gray. Cheers for that, buddy. And guys, if you did want to join the members club, the link is in the description. There is the competition which is going ahead, which will be announced, I think, for the Wolves game. So if you are a member, you can enter that competition. You can either press the join button there just below me on the screen next to subscribe, or drop in the link in the description, and all your options are open there if you wanted to become a member. All contributions are much appreciated as always. Thank you very much, guys. Let me just see what else we've got here. Rashford played well last season as he was negotiating a new contract. It's all mentality. Paul, I knew someone was going to come up with that one. It is the classic, innit? Need a new deal, let's just knock it out the park for a season, and then I'll get that. Messi one-footed? Not necessarily. He was predominantly one stronger footed, but did use both. You can't dribble if you don't use both feet. Hi Adam, I'm at my mum's till tomorrow. She's a massive United fan. Can you say hi to her? Hello, Mike Fergus's mum. Hope you're well. I hope you're prepared for Christmas and you're all ready for a good one. Hopefully United. Oh, you are a United fan, hopefully. Mike, please make sure that's the case. But hello, hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining the stream if you are watching. My romance is strong tonight. Yeah, baby. Need to slow down on this Guinness. Gray, seriously, what is wrong with you, man? Calm the F down. Sel Rashford, there's much better out there than him. He's been at all his life. He's had 18 months playing good, just not good enough. Cash in and buy better. Easier said than done is what I say. Easier said than done. Already at 127 likes. Good stuff, guys. We're getting close to that 150 mark. Love it. Every time you like the video, it's like a little booster for the channel. That's what it works, and that's how YouTube work. But yeah, please do like the video. Hopefully everyone is clear on the Super League now. We're moving on to Mason Greenwood, and apparently some teams abroad, i.e. teams in Spain, are seeing what Mason's doing at Getafe. We did this video in terms of him coming back to United, but apparently now these teams see it impossible, or people are saying that it's impossible for Mason Greenwood to come back to Manchester United. I completely disagree with that, and that was the point I was making yesterday. I fully expect Mason Greenwood to be in a United shirt next season. I do. I don't think we can afford to let him go. But the likes of Barcelona and Real Madrid now are circling Mason Greenwood, and once he gets a taste for that Madrid life, then it would not be a surprise if Real Madrid did come in for him. It really wouldn't, because they think they can get him pretty cheap as well, which when negotiating with Manchester United, you kind of go, yeah, I can see that, because we're crap and we don't negotiate well. We may be in a better position when Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes in, and we may be able to hold our ground in a transfer negotiation when trying to sell a player. But right now, we're just dog shit, and we don't get any value for our players. Mason Greenwood is, and I'll say this, a £100 million asset. We cannot afford to let him go. The club will not let him go unless we get absolute boosters for him. I just don't think we are going to get anywhere near that because of how we are and how we negotiate with trying to sell a player. We've never been good at it. We've always had our pants taken down. And I feel like with Mason Greenwood, because of everything that's gone on, people will look at this as an opportunity to actually try and get into Manchester United and get the best cheap knockdown deal that they possibly can. We cannot afford to let that happen. Mason Greenwood needs to be kept at Manchester United. If someone wants to come in and take him away, we need to make sure we get the right price for him. So whatever you think about what's happened with Mason, he is still valuable to the football club, and we need to get the right amount of money for him. Cheers for tuning in. If you are just tuning in, guys, we're talking about the Super League early doors and why Manchester United won't be in it. We're just touching on Mason Greenwood now. Over 300 in the room with us. Cheers for tuning in, everybody. Hope you're all prepared and ready for Christmas. We are entering the questions section as well, guys, so start getting your questions in. But yeah, in terms of Mason Greenwood, what do you reckon? I'm actually going to put a poll up for Mason right now in terms of value. So let's just put this in. Mason Greenwood's not Woods, Mason Greenwood's price tag. What we saying? Let's go 60 mil. That's a bit low, isn't it? 60, 70, 80, and let's just say upwards of that. Let me know what you think of that, guys. I want to get your votes in on the poll right now. Mason Greenwood's price tag, 60, 70, 80 or upwards of that. Where are we going for Mason Greenwood? Going once, going twice. Final offer. Honestly, I wouldn't let him go. I really wouldn't let him go. I understand everything, like I said yesterday, what's going on, but I think the club need to at least get him some more playing time, even if it is in the United shirt, and they're looking to get rid of him. They need to get the maximum out of him because he is worth a fortune to somebody. He really is. Somebody who isn't bothered about what's happened, like a team in Spain, Real Madrid. If Real Madrid come in from United, would be committing a crime if they didn't get at least 80 million for Mason Greenwood. We should be getting record returns on Mason Greenwood. He's tearing it up there in a poor team in Getafe, and Paul in return of his in regard of his return, Adam, we did that one yesterday, I think, actually, Colin. So no, we've missed that one. Sorry, bud. I think Mason Greenwood go cheap because of buying club would use the drama from the past. Keep him. He's better than all our forwards. Yes, he is. Sad to say. Compost Smurf, he 100% is. And yeah, it's horrible to even be discussing having to sell one of our players like this because of things that have happened off the pitch. It should all be football related stuff, but we know it's never going to be anymore with Mason Greenwood. The club has to make a massive commitment either way and just call it. Leo says not for sale. 150 million, says Sam. Wowza. Keep him. When did morality come into football, i.e. Saudi and the rest? I hear it. I hear all these opinions. We're trying to keep it football related. And if we was going to sell him, where would you guys be with the price? Actually, 28% are saying 60 million. Same with 70 million, 80 million. Upwards of that is the most popular answer right now. 31% are saying Mason Greenwood is upwards of 80 million if we sell him. Keep voting on that one, guys. I want to get plenty of votes in that. Make sure you do like the video as well, everyone. I do want to get past that 150 like mark. Can my mods let me know where we're at right now, please? Adam, love the show, by the way, mate. Thank you, Mike. Brilliant stuff. Thanks for your comments. 164 likes. Have we gone past it already? Okay, yes. So well done. Well done, everyone. 150. Let's get to 200. Next target. 150 before the half-hour mark. Well done, everyone. Actually, give yourselves a Christmas pat on the back for that one. I think I'll buy you all a drink on the watch-along against West Ham. But yeah, please do join me for the watch-along against West Ham. It is the first ever official watch-along on FUTV. I know we've done it on the other names and other formats, but the first official watch-along on Forever United TV this Saturday against West Ham. And I want you all to bring a drink. We're having a bit of a Christmas shindig party on Forever United TV. So yes, do come along and let's have some fun watching this game. I do feel like we are going to get the W. I think we're getting the win against West Ham. I've committed to it now. I really have. Oh, let me just see. Right, Fletch says, sod Rachel Riley in the court of public opinion. Bring the lad back next year. There's a lot of people saying that, to be honest. Daniel Longbottom, evening guys. Hello everyone. Hello Daniel even. 200. Yes, Gray. We're getting 200 likes today. Before we finish, by hook or by crook. Adam, how come you? I have no idea what you mean, Craig. No idea what you mean. Please enlighten me on that comment. Come on, it's Christmas. Smash the likes. Crash the Christmas likes, says Colin. Cheers for that, Colin. Marcus wants to play in the middle and not track back. His only ability is speed. And why can none of our forwards head the ball? Rasmus can, but we don't cross the ball. That's a fact. That's ridiculous how we don't put the ball in the back of the box. Eddie, hi Adam, really love your voice. Glad to hear a Mancunian accent on the United channel. That's what it's all about, guys. I am obviously born and bred Mancunian, and I am here giving you guys the word on the street. Manchester, as close to the club as possible. In the future, I am wanting to build this channel to a point where we will be getting a little bit more access and more info for you guys as well. So all your support, all your likes, your subscribes, shares, memberships, everything like that all goes back into the channel to grow it, and that's what it is all about. I'm not from Stockport, Richard. That's for City fans only, so let that one go. No, originally a Failsworth and Newton Heath lad. That was my town going up there. Same as Sir Jim Radcliffe, believe it or not. Could you Adam and Eve that? My God. Thought you were saying 200 million, says Koala. No, I wasn't. I wish I was saying 200 million. He's still playing, maybe not at the same club, but still playing. Daft, no idea what you're talking about. Just going through messages now. What's everyone's genuine thoughts on Mason Greenwood's situation? Would you have him back at all? What do you think the fans would say if we did have him back? There would be some upset with that, Daniel. They really would, but majority of people are willing to let people learn from mistakes and move on, actually educate and become a better person. You hope that's the case. I mean, the pair of them have both got a child together now, and you're hoping they're maturing together as a couple. Adam, sorry for asking you, but are you finished with the other channel? I'm glad you said the other channel, Just Rhoda. I am 100% gone from the other channel is the answer to that one, mates. Yes, completely gone. If anyone was around Old Trafford, I would tell you face to face at different games why that happened. But yeah, gone. That's all you need to know. Gone. Yeah, so looking ahead, we've got West Ham this weekend, we've got Aston Villa on Boxing Day, and then a couple of days later it's Nottingham Forest. So how many points are we taking from them games? How confident are you that Ten Hag has got his squad where he needs it? Obviously we've got injuries coming back. We'll get the press conference reaction tomorrow up for you later on in the evening, and we'll do a proper preview to the game. But in terms of the players coming back, we're hearing obviously Bruno back from suspension, and obviously Ericsson is going to be close to coming back from injury as well. So the midfield has got a good bolstering, let's just say that, and I feel like that will help us. West Ham playing in the week as well, and us having a full week's preparation for a change, which is nice. It really is nice to actually have proper training ground time, and I think this is why I feel more confident than I've ever felt with Ten Hag going forwards. I mean, I'll just say this, is like no excuse for Ten Hag now that he's got all of his squad. That's what we're looking at. Craig in with a super chat. Cheers very much, buddy. I was meant to ask, how come you don't go away games or press conferences anymore? That's because I was doing that off the back of the other channel, and the away games, I just said that I just refuse to pay the stupid prices anymore. You know, when it comes to a point where you're following and following and following, and you have to look at the actual costings and what it's actually costing you, and quite clearly there's no intention for Manchester United to make things easier for away fans. It costs a fortune to travel, it costs a fortune for the tickets, it costs a fortune for accommodation, even when it's like a night game away from home. In the end, you have to look at like what's more important, and your family and just your lifestyle and living, because it costs me thousands and thousands a year to follow Manchester United. It really does. Under 10 to go until we meet the 200 like mark, guys. All before 40 minutes as well. Absolutely outstanding. Draughty is in the chat, people. Say hello to the man. Say hello to the man. He surprised me this morning. Video call, and he had no bleeding shirt on. Like, overslept, Ben? Yes, you did. You bad person. No one is more aggrieved than me about leaving the other channel, but there are things in life that people have to deal with, and not everything has to be in the public domain. Just focus on the future. Very well said, my friend. Very, very well said. I agree. And yes, Akoj says the same thing. Well put, Draughty. I agree. I agree. Gray, we don't need to hear that. We don't need to hear that. You have to just lower the tone, don't you? 200 likes in the bag, everybody. Wow, well done. Absolutely amazing stuff. That just goes to show how much you're enjoying yourselves, doesn't it? It does. Let me just check that Mason Greenwood poll, actually, that's up right now. Price tag for Mason Greenwood. 33% are actually saying 60 million max for Mason. It's close between all. 60 million 34, 70 23%, 80 million are saying 17%, and upwards of 80 million are on 26%. So everybody still thinks that Mason Greenwood is worth quite a bit. I do. I really do. I think he is. I think he's a massive asset for Manchester United, and someone that we actually need to keep hold of. You go, Ben. Nicely put. Glad I don't have to hear Draughty's silly American accent anymore. I know what he means by that as well. Good luck on the channel, Adam. Thank you for that. Just rode it. Brilliant stuff. Hopefully everyone in there is subscribed and is enjoying all of the content. In the new year, it is going to change up a bit. I've had quite a bit of my own work to sort out over the last few months. But guys, we have had an absolutely crazy first 3 months. We're about to hit that 3-month mark for the channel kickstarting and starting over. And we're hitting round about 10,000 new subscribers in that time alone already. It's been absolutely brilliant stuff. The community, the chats, the people in the live chats, and everyone watching the videos afterwards as well. It's been absolutely brilliant. I am loving every single bit of it. And it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. We've got a great team behind us, and we're going to push every single bit content-wise as we possibly can. We're keeping a few watch-alongs. We're doing some live shows, joint watch-alongs. We're going to be at some of the games as well, as you guys already know. And I will start bringing in some other voices on location as well. That's something that I wanted to bring back and what I was known for. Getting a few other opinions on the channel as well, at games and stuff like that. So if you are interested in getting on the channel and you do get across to Old Trafford, then come and see me. I will get you on and we'll get some opinions going, and yeah, we'll make some good content as always, because this channel is all about you guys as well as me. It's all of us together, and we will grow as one. And look at that there, Stephanie. 212 likes. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. I mean, guys, how confident are you? Come on, let me know. Confident. Christmas period, 3 games. How many points are we taking? Mark says, love your channel. West Ham this weekend. Boxing Day we've got Aston Villa. A couple of days later we've got Nottingham Forest. The last 3 games of 2023. How many points are we taking, everybody? Let me know what you're thinking. Get in the comments now. I want to know. How confident are you? How was Liverpool watch along in enemy territory, Adam? I missed it. It was very fun, mate. It was good watching Craig have a meltdown because his Liverpool high-flying, free-scoring, brilliant attacking football team couldn't touch us. Couldn't get anywhere near us, in fact. And he had a big meltdown. Ben will vouch for this. He couldn't handle Liverpool playing so bad. British Bulldog says 9 points. Maximum points from these games would be Manchester United well and truly in the top 4. Top 4 prediction, as in, Onika, you mean will United make it? I think we'll get 5th. And I think we will make the Champions League for that extra spot. Mike Sharp says 9 points. Max says 9. Darryl Platt, a little bit more conservative with his prediction of 4. Just Rody says 9 as well. 3 from 3 draws, if we're lucky, says Ian. Oh, Ian isn't happy, is he? He's not feeling it. He's really not. Shaw still has Mo in his pocket. Yes, he does. There's a few defenders that have got certain forwards in their pockets. Diaz is still lost in Dallows, and Diaz was a big disappointment. But Liverpool have got a massive game this weekend against Arsenal. I think that will go a long way as to deciding who will be challenging Manchester City for the title, because I think City will come back at some point. And yeah, I think it's between Arsenal and Liverpool. Saying that though, Villa could be top at Christmas. They've got Sheffield United at home, and we all know they're going to beat Sheffield United at Villa Park and the record they've got there. But also, Arsenal play Liverpool. If they draw that game, which is a possibility, big possibility, then Aston Villa will be top at Christmas. And you know what they say about teams that are top at Christmas? They usually are, more often than not, the team that ends up winning the league or ends up going on to win the league. So, yeah. Craziness. Need Adam's email so I can send edited vid as proof I did it. Oh God, I don't even know what you're talking about there. Mark Goddard says, I always wondered what's happened to Alexis Salah. Nice to see him back hosting Anfield Agenda. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Villa will be a tough game. Very, very good they are. Very good they are, Villa. Very, very good. Yes. Yeah. I know. I was there last time. We got smashed by him. Ronaldo walking around with his finger up his arse, moaning. I went off on that game, actually. I think that's where my reality that Ronaldo was not going to work for United really hit home. And I think that was a clear problem at the football club at the time. Adam, I always keep an eye out for you at Old Trafford. I usually sit in the Stretford end, W16. I'll definitely come and say hi if I ever see you. Well, General Foodie, I am outside the East Stand before and after every game, right next to the little hot dog stand. Just to the right of the Trinity statue, as you look at the stadium, there's a little hot dog stand on the right hand side. I'm just in that sort of vicinity there before and after the game. So if anyone is about, just come and say hello. We may get some footage and get some opinions with you guys as well. It's all good. Love it. It's a dude from Young Ones, am I right? Ah. That's Aid Edmondson, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. Is that where you're going with that? It is. I'm pretty certain that's who that is. Was the comedian in the 80s sang... hello John Gotter. Hello John got me motor. Oh right, okay, so it's not the same person. Hello John got me motor. I remember that one, yes. God, why do I even know that song? That's weird on its own, isn't it? God, yes. Villa haven't got the running mentality like City/Liverpool. They will drop off. They've got a manager that knows how to win a trophy though. That's what they have got, Fletch, and that is a scary thought on its own. You've got 3 serial winners there at the top of that table, apart from Arteta. Yeah, I got that wrong. I meant Pep Guardiola, Klopp and Unai Emery. They have won quite a bit. Emery's usually in the Europa League, obviously, as we know, to our own to our own demise way back when Ollie was in charge. Let me just see what else we've got there. I remember Dr. Martin Boots' song. Oh God, now we're all going back a little bit, aren't we? See, this is why these live shows are better. Just because we can have a chat about football and then the conversation goes completely south and we end up talking about the young ones and 80s music, which, yeah, that's just the beauty of late night streams, is it? It's not even late night, but you know what, evening streams, that's what it's all about, guys. But yeah, that pretty much is everything we need to talk about right now, guys. I'm just going to check the chat and just see what the poll is at. Mason Greenwood is worth 60 million according to you lot in the chat. That is the majority vote. I am locking it down. That was you guys who decided that. 60 mil for Mason Greenwood. Would you take that now and go? Or would you try and bring him back? Who could we bring in for 60 million the same quality as Mason Greenwood is what I would say. But yeah, guys, we are done and dusted. Over 200 likes, more than 200 likes in the chat today. Brilliant stuff. Always a pleasure having you guys along for a live show, especially the evening ones. We entertain ourselves, bringing the news on United. So let's round up what actually happened today with Manchester United. The Super League is trying to come back. A verdict today ruled unlawful in FIFA and UEFA sanctioning any team that wanted to break away and make their own league or join their own league with other teams. Manchester United came out and said no, we are back in UEFA and committed to the European competitions as they are, as a few other teams have as well. Obviously, Real Madrid and Barcelona are still going strong on this and will not budge. They are trying to push for the Super League. Manchester United and any Premier League team would struggle from next year to join any Super League because the new legislation coming in, the independent regulator that will be, enforces all licenses within the Premier League to commit to the Premier League and therefore not being able to break away to any other league and join any other Super League as such. It will be, well, they won't be able to do it by law. Breaking the law, I would say. Mason Greenwood attracting attention from them two teams actually as well, Barcelona and Real Madrid. Can United afford to let him go? Oh, definitely not at a cut down price. We need to make as much as we can. Cheers for watching, everyone. Like, share and subscribe if you are tuning in for the first time. Just like the video anyway, guys. We're loving it. It's well over 200 today. Have a great evening. Hopefully get some packing done and presents all wrapped up and ready to go for weekend. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. And let's hope we have some more interesting news. But we will be looking ahead to the West Ham game anyway. But that is it, guys. Cheers for watching. I'll catch you later.